All right, so before we play the video, I just actually want to turn your attention to the comment section. Look at Kwon's pinned comment. Also, no hate to PFT. Please, he's reached out and texted me, asked how I'm doing. Love that. PFT is a good dude. We're down to film something in Chicago when schedules line up. Life goes on. LOL, doesn't matter. Love that from Kwon. Brian Bros commented, we got your back. Sam, Harry, Toombs, the DOD King, Wesley, Mac, Taco, and the Scratch Golf Show. Look at that. We're all reaching out and kind of coming to Kwon's defense. So let's play this video.
Oh, this has been a whirlwind few days. Usually I am opening Instagram habitually, just being an idiot. And I've just tried to not open that app anymore. I don't there's apps that are not safe anymore. Anyways, you guys know what happened. I just wanted to come in here and at least say something to all the teammates. I apologize, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. If I haven't said this to you in person yet, I hope you hear this now. I'm sorry for waking up late. I'm sorry for disrespecting. I'm sorry I was disrespectful to your time, this event. That was not my intention. I genuinely am apologetic for that. I don't really know how to make it more sincere. I really am sorry. Even Ryan Whitney, after that whole lunch scene that you guys saw, I went up to Ryan Whitney because I wanted him to know that I actually was genuinely sorry. If he's watching right now, I just want to reiterate, I really am sorry. Also, with that said, PFT, he was my partner. I know you guys are very upset about it. I think it's
all right. So one thing there I want to talk about, if Luke actually did go up and apologize to Wit off camera when all this happened at the Internet Invitational, and Wit is still going down and doubling and tripling down as of yesterday and 2 days ago, calling Kwon an asshole and saying he's not a good guy. I mean, that's just not a good look for Wit, in my opinion. I'm a hockey guy. I get he's a competitor, but if you're still going to call the dude an a-hole and just not even, I guess, let your viewers know that he came up to you and apologized after the fact when all this happened, and you're still going to say it, I don't think that's a great look for Wit. And if you also saw that little pop-up right here, let me rewind just a little bit. I also went up to Dave Portnoy and Bob and personally apologized after the first round, admitted my mistake when there are no cameras around. Dave told me he loves it and it'll be good for content. So that just almost confirms it. When I made my initial video, all this is done to manufacture drama on content eyes for the Internet Invitational. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but when all this came out, I said that it was edited, pictured, portrayed in a certain way, and Kwon actually talks about it later in this apology video, that it was edited and portrayed in a certain way to make him look like the villain. Let's just get that out in front of that. So all this was done to get eyes. That's all this came down to. Eyes on the Internet Invitational. Just keep that in mind. And also the fact that he can't open Instagram is kind of crazy. Y'all in the DMs are insane.
Also, with that said, PFT, he was my partner. I know you guys are very upset about it. I think it's less about me waking up late because shit happens. Okay, we're all human. I get it. I think you get that too. That's not the reason why you guys are upset. You're upset that I was disrespectful to PFT. PFT, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I'm really sorry that I did that to you. I was not trying to be disrespectful. I think a lot of people that watch my content, they know the way that we banter with our friends, not even just our friends. We banter this way with everyone. I'm not trying to make excuses for myself. I really am sorry. To be quite honest with you, I'm not even sure if I should even say this. I didn't even know I was being disrespectful until this came out. So if I had known that I was being disrespectful to you in person, I genuinely would have came up to you and said sorry to you in person. I really did not mean to be disrespectful to you. And the other thing is that the way that this video was edited, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to look back to my time with PFT. It wasn't just, the clips that you guys saw. There were other clips, other times. Obviously, it's not the whole video of just us, me and PFT. We're doing other things. I thought we were fine. It wasn't like he was hugely, had a big animosity towards me. If I'm being completely honest with you, my intention, I did not feel good that morning. Obviously, I'd let down a lot of people. I had this feeling in my chest that I wasn't really enjoying. I was just trying to lighten the mood, make light of the situation that I was in. I was not in a good spot.
All right, so a few things there. So, like I said, he just talked about how this is edited and portrayed. There was stuff off camera that we didn't see. Who knows what that was, but it appears that PFT and Luke are good. Like we saw in the comment section, they've exchanged. He genuinely apologized here, and, there was stuff off camera that we didn't see. That's another thing I said earlier this week, that there was stuff that we didn't see off camera between these guys. So who actually knows what happened? another thing I want to address, he just talked about it. Obviously, he had a ton of emotion. I talked about this in my video yesterday. He had a ton of emotions running through him. Like, I can't imagine what the amount of anxiety, like, I don't know, fear, sad, upset, like all the emotions Luke was going through that morning when all this was going down, people yelling at him. Props to him for making the best of the situation, not losing his mind, like not blowing up on somebody. Like, I know I'm human. I would have, from someone who, I guess I have anxiety, like I've struggled with anxiety before, like when he's saying it in his chest, like that's basically anxiety. Like, so props to him for coming through and talking about it and like just having that whole morning, just not losing his cool.
Like, it sucks. I don't want to not hear my alarm. Also, I'm saying this like as I'm watching the edit. I should have said sorry. Like as I was walking up to the first tee box, I definitely should have said sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't. I obviously didn't feel good about what I did. I'm not like prideful that I slept in. I don't know. It was just I made an honest mistake and I was sorry. But I think it was just like a lot of commotion on the tee box of triplets, assessing the penalty, which I honestly thought I was supposed to be DQ'd. I don't know. I don't know the rules for scramble. I don't even like scrambles, but here we are. It's a bit harder of a environment for me to go up there and just say sorry. Regardless, though, I still look back at that and be like, why didn't you say sorry? I should have just said sorry right away. I know this is way too late for me to say this, but I'm sorry. I wish I could say this. This specific I'm sorry. I wish I could say this one on a tee box right now. It was an honest mistake, and I'm sorry to my teammates again. I don't know. Some of you guys don't like the nonchalantness. Understand. There's people in my comments that say that all the time when I play Asian Tour tournaments, and I'm nonchalant in the same way. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's just how I am. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Like, $2 million is life-changing money. It's life-changing money for me too. I'm not trying to like big time and be like, I'm better than this. I'm not. It just reminds me to you guys, the audience watching me, fans, not fans, anyone watching the video, I'm sorry. I genuinely am sorry for the way I acted, for the way my time with PFT, like in the carts, I thought we were just vibing. Like, I didn't think it was that bad. Like, obviously, yeah, he's upset that I didn't make it on my tee time. Everyone is. I'm upset too. I didn't like it either. I understand that part, but it wasn't like he was like super angry at me. Like, I don't know. I thought it was a generally fine hang with PFT. I didn't really think much of it. And to Coach Gruden, thank you for rallying around the people in our team to hopefully try to win my match in the afternoon, which I ended up doing, which is great and all, but like, I'm still sorry. It doesn't like erase everything that I've said and done and acted like, but like, I'm appreciative for Coach Gruden for sticking up for me. And again, I've seen some of the comments. Some of you guys are saying that I like don't like playing with bad golfers, aka PFT. Again, I'm not saying PFT is a bad golfer disrespectfully, but I don't care if you're a good golfer or a bad golfer. What do I care about that? I played with Steve from Good for like, he sucks. I don't care. I love Steve. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm not going to play the full 18-minute video for you guys. I'll link it in the description. Make sure you check it out. Go give Kwon a sub. A few things I want to talk about from all that. One, like I said, it appears he and PFT are good. No bad blood there. I don't think it's a great look for Whitney. We'll see. I want to hear, and before I say anything about the Barstool guys, I want to say and hear what they have to say on their podcast next week. Obviously, they're going to talk about this. I'd be naive to think that they're not going to see this video that Kwon spoke. I mean, if you look at Kwon's like SEO or whatever, like it's one of the most like typed in names on the internet right now. So I want to reserve what I say about the Barstool guys before it comes out. I imagine everything's good. This is all going to blow over. It was all manufactured for clicks. But we've seen a lot of people come to Kwon's defense, me included. I've said that this was overblown. He was portrayed to be a character with the way it was cut up. But if you can't tell, like, one, how genuine and like thoughtful this video was, like, you can't edit feelings, emotion, like that just comes out on camera naturally. And you could tell that like this week has probably weighed on Luke a lot. Like, I know he's like, I guess, famous in the YouTube golf world, but I think Luke would even agree with me when I say this, that he's kind of a nobody in the golf world. Like, yes, he's famous in the YouTube golf world, but in the grand scheme of the golf, he's not that big of a deal, and I think he knows it. And just to like talk about the rest of the video, he says sorry 1,000 times after that. Like, he said it 1,000 times. Like, I think this dude's genuine. If you still don't think he cares or is not genuine or didn't apologize, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this dude is as genuine as it gets. And I just want to give him a shout out. Like, this is not easy. Like, I can't imagine how difficult this was to go and be vulnerable on camera, and probably what's going to do hundreds upon hundreds, maybe thousands of views, eyes that are going to see his apology video. It's going to get redistributed and repurposed. Like people like me are going to, I guess, sorry for Kwon, but kind of using this thing for clicks this week, but I'm sure it's going to get talked about. So the amount of vulnerability and courage this shows from Luke's perspective, I think, shows. And all the people who have come to his defense, it's almost like a turn of the tides the last 24 to 48 hours where I don't want to say the Kwon rehab tour, but we've seen a lot of people come out and defend him, say he's a good dude. And so, like I said, shout out to him for being vulnerable and doing this whole video on his channel. He said that he wasn't trying to big time people. This is the first time you've ever seen Kwon's YouTube content. Obviously, a lot of the Barstool people have never seen Kwon before. If you're a good fan, if you're a good fan, Kwon, you've seen him like in videos, he was like this in Good. That's when I got introduced to him, when he was in Good doing all that content. He does all this banter. He talks a lot of shit with the Kiwi boys. They're just out there to have a good time. No offense, he knows he's a washed pro golfer. I think he said that later in his apology video like 17 times. Like, you don't have to make fun of him for him being washed. Like, I don't think he thinks he's actually a big deal. He's obviously very talented at golf, but there are a lot of people who are better than him. I think he knows that, and I think he likes to be self-deprecating and humiliating to himself. It's just part of who he is. Anyway, a couple other things I want to talk about. One, I wonder what the fallout's going to be. I'm sure, like I said in the comment section, him and PFT are almost for sure going to do a YouTube golf video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of all this? But I guarantee him and PFT are going to do a YouTube golf video. That just makes too much sense at this point. Kwon probably will be back for the second Internet Invitational. But at the end of the day, just chill on the hate comments. Like, the dude is human.